months ago, I joined UKIP. As the Mahatma Gandhi once said, you must be the change you wish to see in the world. And Britain needs big changes. Looking around, I could see only one party who offered real change, a return to common sense policies, embracing, not abusing the British people. That is why I joined UKIP. We have a fantastic chance as a party to grow in the run-up to the 2015 general election. Things like the Euro failing at the first real hurdle, Cameron showing his true colours and denying the British people the democracy and referendum they demanded. There has never been a better time for us to show the people that we are the real party of opposition, the only party that will give the people a voice. The three main parties have shown themselves to be no different from each other. Well, without difference, there is no choice, and without choice, there is no freedom. But it will not be plain and easy sailing to reach our goals. This may be the perfect chance for UKIP to capitalise on the lack of democracy both at home and in Brussels. But we have to sell ourselves, not expect the people to come flocking to us. That means operating as a true political party, not some EU pressure group. We have fantastic domestic policies, flat tax, local referenda, grammar schools. We need to shout these from the rooftops. After all, many young members, myself included, joined UKIP on the strength of our domestic policies. UKIP must continue to focus on being an electable party, one that can appeal to the voters. People vote for a range of policies, and I believe our policies are the best out there. We just have to publicise them more. I want UKIP to focus less on the EU. People know our stance on it. What they don't know is how we can help out their local community. The Tories may preach localism, but UKIP practice it. UKIP is the only party that listens to the people and offers the solutions to local problems. That isn't left or right, it's common sense. And common sense appeals. As the Barnsley by-election shows, we appeal across the political divide. People may confuse us with a branch of the Tory party, but they are wrong, and get proved wrong time and time again. We have so much to offer. UKIP is a level ahead of the careerist, self-interested other parties. Day after day, more and more people are seeing this and switching to UKIP. But we cannot rest on our laurels. We must fight to show people what we can offer. Every single person has a role to play, from party leader and NEC to local members. We need to be out fighting to spread this message, fighting to show Britain UKIP's fantastic local agenda. Because if we want to make a difference, and if we want to bring the change that Britain needs, then we need to convince local people that we are the ones that can do the best for them and their area. That means campaigning on local issues, fighting for every parish, borough and county council we can. We have to show people that we are the ones that will make a difference. Build trust so that they will reward us with MPs, because it is only in Parliament that we can make a difference. And it is only by fighting on domestic policies and campaigning on local issues that we can get the MPs that will allow us to make a difference. I said before that UKIP has great domestic policies, but there is more to do. UKIP is already the first major party to recognise the war on drugs has failed, and will always fail, with the leader calling for a royal commission to investigate drug regulation in this country. We should continue to stand up for a rational approach on drugs, and, where it makes sense, to look to support the legislation and regulation of drugs, not least to ensure the safety of young people. Also, immigration. We are not anti-immigration per se, as some try to suggest. We are pro-controlled immigration. the Adam Smith Institute has shown that global free movement of labour could more than double global GDP. If people want to come and work and contribute to this country, then we should welcome them. But there is nothing inconsistent about managing migration with an Australian-style points-based visa system. UKIP would ensure immigration was manageable, open to anybody from anywhere in the world on an equal and fair basis. UKIP also needs to seriously address the present broken devolution settlement. Without serious constitutional change to balance relations within the UK, the union will have broken up before I finish paying off my student loans. The union needs renewing, based on UKIP's principles of democratic, accountable government and respect for the wishes of the people. Support for independence in England has increased from 0 to 36% over the 14 years since devolution was introduced for everyone but the English. Unionism is in crisis, but it can be saved. There is a debate in this party and at this conference about devolution, and it is time to accept the wishes of the referendums and in Scotland and in Wales, and put a new settlement to all the people of the UK, one that is fair and maintains the union. We need to answer the West Lothian question once and for all, and give England an equal voice. History has shown us that trying to preserve a union beyond its time results in violence and disorder. The UK needs a Czechoslovakian-style velvet divorce, not a Yugoslavian-style civil war. UKIP already proposes to devolve powers radically to county councils, and this goes much further and is much better than national devolution. But a parliament for England is becoming an inevitability. This would maintain the union, but on fair terms with the continued support of the people, not because of 304-year-old law. UKIP can and will break into the front line of British politics. The question is, when? We must remain united. Our enemies are not within our ranks. They are the self-serving political elite who, time and time again, have worked together to put themselves first and the people last. I want to grow up in a Britain run by common sense, where the people play a vital role in deciding the future of our country. Every one of us here can make my dream a reality. We all must give every moment we can to spreading the message of UKIP, on the high street, door to door, and on the internet. Only by our constant efforts, stressing our strong domestic policies, can we hope to see a UKIP government. It is possible. It is doable, but it needs every one of us to give everything we can to the cause. Please, join me in fighting the good fight, because if we don't stand up for the people, everyone loses. Thank you.